Okay, take out your reading journal. The anchor charts that were found in your reading journal, the genres at a glance and fiction tab, traditional literature, you're going to place those in your binder behind tab 5, which is your fiction tab. So again, open up with the tab, place them in, close with the clips, and then lift it up and over. Okay, page 15, boys and girls, in your reading journal. Not right there, that's your grammar. Shouldn't be in grammar, it should be in your fiction tab. Behind number 5. You need both of them. Where's your other one? Why is this not in there? Okay, where's your other one? See, you're just stopping, Luca. Look. They're all supposed to be in a pocket. All of this should be in a pocket. This should be in your binder. This should have gone home. And see, when I look at this, this is supposed to be in the pocket to return. This should be in the pocket to leave at home. Use your pockets. All right, let's look at the standard at the top, boys and girls. I have my highlighter just in case. And we're going to be talking about context clues. So RV 3.2, apply context clues and text features to determine the meaning of unknown words. So context clues will be words within a passage or story. Yes, ma'am.
Can we use our pen?
Sure. Okay, RV 2.1. Determine the meaning of general academic and content specific words and phrases in nonfiction text relevant to a 4th grade topic. So when we talk about content specific, boys and girls, we may be talking about science vocab words. We may be talking about math vocab words. We may be talking about social studies, content areas. So we're trying to find unknown words. How do we figure out those words if we don't have a glossary to look up definitions? How can we be a detective to find those? Well, strong readers, boys and girls, when they come to an unfamiliar word, they can use those context clues to help them determine the meaning. So here are some different context clues that may help you. And look at this, IDEAS. What is that an example of? I'm thinking. Alexia? I stands for inference. D stands for definition. E stands for example.
D is an inference for an example of different ways to see.
Oh, it is, but I'm thinking of last week. Girls tell me, boys tell me what? Mnemonic devices. That's right. So if we look at the I, if we look at this mnemonic device, when we're thinking of context clues and I don't know a word, what am I going to do, Liam? I don't know. I'm going to think of this. Because an inference is the meaning, it's not given to you. You must use those text clues. So for example, don't want to work with Ricardo unless you want to hear him talk about himself. He is so arrogant. I don't know what that word arrogant means. What can I infer based on this context clues right here? What does Ricardo do? Oh, he's always talking about himself. Is that what it means to be arrogant? So I'm using the words here, so that means he thinks he's the best. So he likes to hear himself talk about himself. Okay, we could go on to D. Using a definition. That means the meaning of the word is explained in the sentence. A lot of times you will see a comma or. And what comes behind that or is usually another synonym possibly. Ricardo is so arrogant, he thinks he is more important than everyone else. Well, what does arrogant mean in this? What words can we use? What context clues? Ashlyn? Thinks he's more important than anyone else. Okay? An example. E in ideas. Looking for an example. An example of a word is in the sentence or nearby sentences. Now notice when I'm highlighting, I'm not highlighting over and over and over and over and over. What happens if I do that? Alexia?
When you highlight over and over, it'll get the paper all wet and then it'll rip.
It'll rip. That's right. It'll bleed through. So you only need to do it one time. Ricardo is so arrogant. He's always bragging about how great he is at sports. What's a word in there that would help us to understand what arrogant is? Something Mrs. Young does not like. I usually use a different word than bragging. Oh, I just used the answer. Do you know what that word is?
Bragging.
Have I said it yet?
Yes.
What did I? What? Boasting. That's right. Boasting. Okay, A. Antonym. It's a word that is opposite or has an opposite meaning. It's used in the sentence or near a sentence. Please read. Don't go over and over and over. Lift your hand up, please. Let's see. See? Don't go over and over and over. Okay, read it with me. Read the example. Ricardo is so arrogant. He needs to learn to be humble like his little brother Jose. What do you think is the antonym? One person, two. Turn and talk with your neighbor. What is the antonym for arrogant? Right here. Who said little? Who said learn? Who said humble? Good going. Humble would be the antonym or the opposite meaning of arrogant. Okay, and our last one is S for synonym. Look at that. Synonym begins with what letter? That's how I make the connection. Synonym is the same. Same also begins with S. So words with similar meaning are used in or near the sentence. Okay, read the example with me. Ricardo is so arrogant, proud, self-centered, and overbearing. Okay, what are those synonyms? What means the same as arrogant? Bren? Proud, self-centered, overbearing. So don't be overbearing. Don't be boastful. Don't be arrogant. So strong readers will always read the sentences surrounding the unknown word to look for clues. Okay, I want you to hold on to this. We're going to do another activity, and I need some helpers to pass